Good morning. Thought I will give you my first impressions after the first month or so with the new BMW R1300GS Adventure and what kind of questions I get from people either online or out riding it. So, in no particular orders, tires. It comes with Metsler Karoo 4. Nothing wrong with those tires. Handles well on the highway and off-road. Although if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I got stuck in deep mud about a foot and a half. Doesn't matter what tire you have for that, you're stuck. So to me, tires are round and black. I really don't care what the brand is. Of course, I like knobbies. Helps in sand and in mud. Um, I will switch from the Metsler Karoo 4s to Continental TKC 80s. It's my understanding they're actually going to bring them back again in January of next year, which is great news. It's a great tire on the highway and off-road, and the reason I like it is not because of the handling. Again, I feel tires are round and black, but it's so easy to spoon on and on the rim just with 10-inch tire irons. So if you're on the trail and you get a gash on the side of the tire, you cannot plug it, and you like to get your bike out of there. You can actually get the tire off, and with the 10-inch tire irons, you get the tire off the rim. You put in a tube in it. I carry a tube that it's not perfect for front and rear, but it works in both short term. And I would use the center stand as the bead breaker. It works fantastic. So, and the TKC 80 is so easy. It's a soft side tire. That's why I like it. And that's why I will switch it over to TKC. And I also have a few sets in my basement I bought 2-3 years ago when they discontinued the tires after the quality issues. So anyway, nothing wrong with the tires that's on it, but I will switch to TKC 80s, and I will at the same time try my Ramaconda tire mount system. Bought it about a year ago, and I never actually used it, so this is the first time I put it together. Seems to be pretty straightforward and pretty easy to use. Uh, Questions I get and comments I get a lot, and comments on the internet from people saying, "Hey, it's too heavy for off-road." Um, no, it's not. I don't carry my bike. I couldn't carry my bike. It actually feels very nimble when you're on the bike. And if you drop it, which you will when you're off-road, it normally doesn't fall completely flat because you have the boxer type engine and you have these ears on the new 1300, so it never really lays flat down. So picking it up is not that big of a deal. Well, you know, the 10th time during the day, it's heavy, but it's certainly doable for one person. Not a big deal. Don't let the weight scare you guys from having a bigger bike. Of course, it is not the competition enduro hair scramble bike, right? When you do single track with a lot of rocks, it's a lot of work to ride this bike. It's also very satisfying to be able to ride this bike off-road. So, um, technology, it comes with the ACC or the adjustable cruise control. I had it on an R18B before, and I didn't really like it on that bike. I love it on cars, so that you can set the distance to the car in front of you. I actually love it on this thing. It works really well. I did a quick run for a few hours on the highway with it and just latched it on to a car in front of me, and it's smooth acceleration, smooth deceleration, and you can actually set the sensitivity of it. So from a tech standpoint, love that part. There are other stuff, of course. The ABS brakes are great, the traction control are great, but when you go off-road, you turn all of that off anyway. Luggage, well, still waiting for BMW to come out with the panniers for it. They have them on the demo bikes. They're beautiful. I love the function of them. I like the look of them. I like the fact that you can actually slide the lid off the bags and take it completely off without have to fold it up if you have to have a tent or something going over it. So, seem very functional. I don't know why they didn't have that plan, so they launched it at the same time, but they didn't. Top box. I do like to have a top box when I do off-road, especially tighter like single track. I don't like to have the aluminum panniers on. Number one, I dented a few of them on tree stumps in the past, and you can get your feet stuck under them. But a top box, you can put your tools in there, your fix a flat kit, your compressor and all the other stuff, and whatever extra stuff you need. So the pannier is going to be BMW when they come out, and depending on what Moscow comes out with, if they come up with something good that I can mount on this, I might consider a pair of Moscows as well. Especially if there's a mount that I can quickly change between the BMW panniers and the Moscows. Skid plate, if you can see that here, I changed that to a Black Dog. To me, that is the best skid plate available. It's the 6th Black Dog skid plate I have. It's the 6th BMW GSA adventure I had. It's really thick aluminum. I really like the design of it. It goes all the way back to here, and it's frame mounted in the back. It's mounted to the crash bars in the front to keep some of the load from the engine compared to the stock that is mounted right under the engine. And potentially, if you lay that on a rock or a log, you can damage the engine block. So, Black Dog to me, it's always the best option for a skid plate. So. Stuff I like to have for it, which I haven't seen available yet, the kickstand foot plate to get the kickstand foot a little larger so the bike doesn't sink through, both on tarmac but also on off-road, of course. Like all kickstands, it's just a small foot on it, so it needs to be improved. Last thing I think is better handguards. It actually comes with a slight steel spine in the handguard here, but it only goes, the first curve here. I want something to, if I hit a tree, that I don't crush my fingers on the brake or on the clutch. I want a sturdy aluminum or steel bar in front of it, so that whenever somebody comes out with a new handguard for it, I'll upgrade that. Besides that, I haven't found anything at the moment that I like to change for the bike, so really happy with it. I can highly recommend it, and looking forward to do some much more riding on it in 2025 when the snow is gone here in Michigan. So thanks for watching.